And they were lying because Zach lied talking about it wasn't an easy decision for um KC to like get with Tierra over Anaya because he didn't want to hurt her feelings. That's a lie. It was so easy for him. It was the easiest I've ever seen anybody switch up on Love Island, and he wanted to hurt her feelings. So there's that. But okay, Zach, nice try. Anaya's kicking herself and saying she wish she could go back in time and tell herself, "Don't do it." I mean, I guess everybody else telling you not to do it wasn't enough. She did say she doesn't feel. She just questions herself. She doesn't feel pretty. She doesn't feel wanted or respected. Corbin's old gossipy self. He go up to the Casa Boys and was like, "So what was going on with Anaya in the villa with Carl? We saw a card of her kissing." He was all. I was like, "What?" So the guys were telling him that Carl was perfect for her, and like he's a good guy. He's like a great guy. And then Corbin was like, "Well, if he was such a, she should have brought him back and explored that." I mean, I hate to agree with Corbin, but yeah, she should have. But we all know that. I kind of like how Kata throws in Zach's face. What was that guy's name she was with? I forgot already. But anyway, I like when she throws his name in his face. Oh, Melanie, she's talking to Sincere, and she's talking about she just doesn't like the way he's moving, and it just doesn't feel good to her. And I can tell that she's almost about to be fed up with him. I can just tell, like she said, it's because it's messing up her connection, their connection, the things that she's hearing, and which means she's probably looking at him a little differently. Except the only thing that confused me is when she said, um, "I really like him. I just because the minute like I start looking at you differently, like the like." For me, it's no in between. Like the like is done. You know what I mean? Like, but I know a lot of people. That's just like when people say, like if their husbands cheat or something and they say but I still love him, like I can't, like I go immediately from love to hate real quick. So she gets up and leave because she's upset and he's confused, like he doesn't get it. Trinity comes in the dressing room and she sees that Melanie's upset and she says, "What's wrong?" And she said, "I just don't like the way I'm feeling." And she was like, "Why can't he be like Bryce and why couldn't he be like Zach? You know, they weren't in the bed kissing and cuddling and hug. Zach might have been if that girl was still there, but she's just sad. She looks so tired. Be done, girl." Zach is always in somebody's business. I mean, Sincere probably asked him, I guess, but I'm just sick of Zach's opinion on things. But they were talking about Melanie and how he was talking about how their moment that they had when he showed up, they should have been happy with in that moment or whatever. I don't know what they were talking about. I zoned out. Anaya goes to talk to Tierra and she tells her that she doesn't have anything against her. And Tierra was like, "I understand. I would have done the same thing. I don't blame you. I would have cussed him out more." "Oh, but you said nobody should be talking to him like that. So which one is it?" So Corbin decides to retell the story about Anaya kissing with somebody in Casa and or in the villa when Casa was going on. But okay. And then Casey is like, "She's talking about me, but whatever." So she was exploring just like you, but she just didn't bring anybody back. He was like, "Yeah, she did the same thing I did. She just didn't make the choice." Blah 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 blah. But don't try to make like her exploring was something like see like I hate the guy's perspective on things. Oh, they're so different. They get a text about the challenge. This was funny because they were like, because it said something about clapping cakes or whatever, twerking, and they were like shaking their butts, and they were like, "We can't shake our butts," and everybody was saying that, and then so Trinity was shaking hers, and Zach pointed like, "Yeah, see, like that," but it was kind of funny in the moment. You know, Zach want to learn how to do that. So they brought Megan the Stallion back. So the challenge was where they had to, it was like whack a mole, but they had to throw cakes at certain people and then say certain things. And Trinity got caked by KC, but he missed. So that was even funnier. And Trinity was hilarious. So the guys went and she was saying how, well, it was, I think Casey went and she was like, you could have been a little more respectful. No, she said, couldn't you have, don't you think you could have been explored TT and been respectful to Anaya at the same time? And we were all happy she said that. So he needs to know what the public thinks of him. And then he said, "How was I disrespectful to Anaya?" And Meg was like, "You don't remember what happened in Casa Moore?" I was cracking up. And he had a few emotions going through. Like as soon as she said that, he almost laughed. Right then, he was thinking, and then he immediately got pissed. He was pissed. He was pissed. Yeah. Did you forget some things you said? I actually think he forgot. This was funny because Corbin made a comment and he was like, I forgot what happened. And Meg was like, something about some shit. And because he missed her, I don't know what happened. And he goes, "But you like my shit though." And she was like, "No, Parmita like your shit." Okay, Corbin, you might be good looking, but don't everybody like you? Because your personality sucks. He pied Kenzie and she was pissed. He got her good too. But then he apologized. It was weird. And he said Kenzie threw him off. He's like, I got a lot of heat, but the one that got me the most was Kenzie. It threw me off. Why? She should have been the maddest. What about her reaction threw you off after the stuff you said? He's another one that forgot what he said. They just run their mouths and they can't keep up with what they say. So at the end, Meg was like, I do think that you guys put the girls down, put some of the girls down to raise the other ones up, and that wasn't necessary. Again, love that she said that. So after the challenge, Zach and Meg picked Zach and Kenzie to do this thing with the cake where they have to have their hands behind their back and with their mouth pull out something from the cake. So Zach won, and it said "Revenge is sweet," and everybody was confused. And for some reason, Melanie looked like she knew this was going to be some bull. Everybody's shocked, but Meg said America voted for their favorite Casa girl, Casa boy and girl. Worried? And then she said Casa boy and girl who did not get picked, and so they could come back. Amora popped out of the cake, and Carl, which we did it. Anaya's super happy, but I'm like, hold on, Anaya. I mean, she's happy. She should be happy, but you got to feel Carl out because you did hurt his feelings, girl. So Meg left and she was like, "Girls have hot girl summer. Boys, you could be a little more gentlemanly." I'm so glad she did that. But the boys probably thinking she's just biased because they're girls. But anyway, that was the end of that episode. Um, yeah. And movie night is this week. Ugh.